At the heart of uncertainty in relationships, there is often a simple need that has not been expressed clearly enough. People rarely withdraw because of a single dramatic reason, but rather because emotions, stress, and personal challenges begin to pile up. When communication becomes inconsistent, the mind tries to fill in the gaps, sometimes in ways that are not accurate. It is important to recognize that assumptions can quickly distort reality, especially when emotions are involved and patience is running low. Instead of building narratives that increase anxiety, it can help to shift toward grounded conversations that invite clarity and openness. Even when something feels distant, it does not automatically mean there is hidden intention or manipulation behind every change. Most often, distance is a signal that something needs attention, not evidence of a secret plan or external arrangement. Healthy relationships are built on dialogue, not speculation, and both people benefit when concerns are spoken directly and calmly. When uncertainty is met with honest conversation rather than suspicion, there is more room for understanding and emotional stability. That kind of approach protects trust and prevents small misunderstandings from growing into larger emotional distance over time. Ultimately, the healthiest path forward is not to assume hidden motives, but to create space where honest dialogue can happen without fear, where each person can express what they are experiencing without judgment or pressure, and where misunderstandings can be clarified through patience rather than speculation, allowing relationships to either strengthen through truth or evolve with clarity when needs no longer align. Because real connection is built on transparency, not fear, and on listening rather than filling silence with stories that may not reflect reality. My beloved child, this person's silence is their punishment. They are haunted by the love they faked, now turned real. They're terrified that you'll uncover the real reason they came into your life. The truth would expose not only their betrayal, but also the one who paid for it. The dark secret isn't about love, it's about manipulation. There's a third person involved, someone jealous of your light, someone who couldn't stand your peace. That person offered payment to make sure your happiness collapsed quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 444. But heaven is watching, and nothing hidden stays buried for long. The one you love is now crumbling under the weight of their lie. Their silence isn't strength, it's fear that you already know the truth. They check your social media in secret, afraid to see you moving on, afraid to see the glow they tried to dim returning. You've become the mirror of their guilt, the reminder that they traded genuine love for a few temporary gains. The same person who used to speak sweetly about forever is now running from the echoes of their own betrayal. You feel their absence, but the universe has removed them not to break you, but to protect you from the storm they caused. A message is about to appear, either in your inbox or through someone connected to them. It will shake you, because it will expose the one name behind everything. It's not random, it's karma catching up in real time. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They've been avoiding you because they know their time is running out. Someone from their own circle is about to confess, revealing that this entire connection was built on a transaction. But the twist? That transaction turned into true attachment, and that's destroying them now. They didn't expect to love you this deeply. They didn't expect your soul to disarm their motives. You became their mirror, and that reflection is burning through their lies. They wish they could erase the past, but heaven has already written the truth in divine ink. My beloved child, don't chase what was never loyal. The truth will walk into your life without you having to run after it. What's meant for you will return pure, not paid, not forced, not corrupted by greed. The person who thought they could use love as a weapon will soon face the heartbreak they once handed to you. And you will rise untouched, because your energy is protected by light too bright for manipulation. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The person behind the payment is closer than you think. They were jealous not of your wealth or looks, but your ability to be loved without effort. They saw how that person adored you, and they couldn't stand it. So they set a trap disguised as an opportunity. Your beloved was promised something, status, promotion, comfort, and they took it. But in taking it, they sold a piece of their soul. Every moment they spent pretending, they lost another piece of peace. Now, that dark deal is collapsing. The person who paid them is now turning against them. You don't need revenge. Heaven is already rewriting the ending. The one who thought they could buy emotions will soon pay with their own tears. Their heart is heavy. They've realized that the most expensive thing they ever lost wasn't money. It was you. And no payment can buy you back. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Tonight, their dreams will reveal you. They'll see you walking away while they reach out helplessly. The spiritual chain that tied your souls will snap, and they'll finally understand what true loss feels like. My beloved child, you have been crying for answers, asking why someone who once swore love could vanish so coldly. The answer lies not in their silence, but in their shame. They were part of a setup that turned against its creator. You were never meant to be destroyed. You were meant to be tested. Heaven allowed this betrayal to expose the real faces around you. Some who smiled with you were secretly celebrating your heartbreak. The truth about genuine love is that it cannot be controlled, purchased, or manipulated for long. People may pretend, make promises they never intended to keep, or walk away without understanding the damage they leave behind. But eventually, every person has to face themselves honestly. When someone treats loyalty carelessly, they often lose the very thing they were searching for: trust, connection, and inner peace. That is why your focus should never remain fixed on those who hurt you, but on the future waiting beyond the disappointment. Your story is still unfolding, and difficult seasons do not erase your value or your ability to experience meaningful relationships again. The heartbreak you survived can become the reason you learn stronger boundaries, deeper self-respect, and a clearer understanding of the people who truly deserve a place in your life. One day, the same people who failed to appreciate your sincerity may look back and realize they encountered something rare. But by then, you will no longer need their validation to feel complete. Your growth will speak louder than any explanation ever could. Keep choosing integrity even when others choose shortcuts. Keep protecting your peace even when chaos surrounds you. Most importantly, keep believing that kindness is not weakness. A caring heart is not something to hide or regret. It is proof that you were brave enough to love honestly in a world where many people are afraid to do the same. And that courage will always carry you further than resentment ever will. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You might receive a strange call or message soon. Someone will reveal what really happened the night they turned away from you. Don't react in anger. Listen calmly. You are not hearing gossip. You are witnessing the truth unfold by divine orchestration. There will be regret, apologies, and fear in their voice. But by then, your heart will already know peace. Because what they broke, heaven has already replaced with something sacred. A new connection, pure and destined, is approaching you. This one will not come with lies, payments, or deals. It will come with divine clarity and peace that cannot be shaken. Your story is shifting from betrayal to breakthrough, from manipulation to manifestation, from darkness to divine restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. They will try to come back, not for forgiveness, but because they see your glow returning. But by then, you'll understand that not everyone deserves a second chance. Some lessons are meant to be lived, not repeated. My beloved child, your name is being spoken in rooms of regret and redemption. The one who was paid to deceive you is now paying the price emotionally. They are haunted by your absence more than they were ever satisfied by their gain. When you smile again, heaven smiles with you. When you move forward, angels walk beside you. You are being redirected toward a destiny untouched by betrayal. Soon, you'll realize this wasn't the end. It was divine redirection. Every tear you cried became a seed of power, and those seeds are about to bloom into miracles no one can block. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Their secret is about to collapse under divine pressure. Every hidden chat, every fake promise, every deal behind your back will surface in a way no one can deny. They will lose what they gained, and you will gain what you truly deserve. This chapter of pain was never punishment. It was purification. You were not abandoned. You were upgraded to divine protection. The person who thought they could play you will now watch you being played into divine favor. Their darkness was the mirror that showed your light. Their betrayal was the map that led you back to yourself. You are not broken. You are becoming unshakable. As everything begins to unfold, you may notice that your perspective has changed more than the situation itself. What once kept you awake at night no longer controls your emotions the same way, because growth quietly reshapes the way you carry pain. The people who misunderstood you or underestimated your kindness are now facing reflections of their own actions, and that realization can be difficult for them to sit with. Sometimes the loudest apology is not spoken directly. It appears in hesitation, distance, regret, and the way someone suddenly struggles to move forward after realizing what they lost. While they revisit old memories and unanswered moments, you are learning something even more important. Your peace was never supposed to depend on their recognition. Life has a way of separating temporary connections from meaningful ones, and over time the difference becomes impossible to ignore. The truth often reveals itself slowly, through patterns, conversations, and moments that can no longer be hidden behind excuses. Yet this chapter is not about revenge, bitterness, or seeing someone suffer. It is about understanding your own worth so deeply that deception no longer has the power to shake your confidence. The more you focus on rebuilding yourself, the clearer everything becomes. You stop questioning whether you were enough, because you finally recognize the strength it took to love sincerely in a world where many people hide behind fear and ego. The ending of one painful chapter often becomes the beginning of personal freedom. What once felt heavy now becomes a lesson that sharpened your instincts, protected your future, and reminded you to never abandon your own value for temporary approval. In the end, the greatest victory is not watching others face consequences. It is waking up with a calm mind, a stronger spirit, and the ability to move forward without carrying resentment in your heart. My beloved child, heaven has already written your vindication in golden letters. Every humiliation, every moment you doubted your worth, will be reversed with divine precision. The same audience that once watched your pain will now witness your rise. The person who betrayed you is drowning in inner conflict. They wake up in the night, reaching for their phone, thinking of sending a message they never have the courage to write. Their heart races whenever your name crosses their mind, because they know destiny has already judged them. You were not foolish for loving. They were foolish for thinking true love could be controlled. The deal that brought them to you was dark, but your light transformed it into revelation. Now even the ones who paid them are terrified, because the plan has turned against them. Heaven is rearranging everything. The names of those involved are being revealed in small pieces, through dreams, random slips of the tongue, unexpected posts. Every clue is aligning perfectly to guide you toward full clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. You will soon receive an unexpected sign, maybe a message, a call, or a piece of evidence falling into your hands. When it arrives, you'll understand that nothing was coincidence. The truth has been orchestrated for your healing. They wanted to erase your confidence, but instead, they awakened your spiritual authority. Now, your silence is more powerful than their excuses. Every lie spoken about you has become a seed of light that returns multiplied in blessings. The one who paid them thought they could manipulate destiny, but destiny belongs to heaven, not to deceit. Their influence is fading, and their money has begun to drain in strange ways, because the energy of betrayal always returns to its owner. Soon, the person you loved will kneel, literally or spiritually, in deep regret. Their pride will vanish as they realize they traded diamonds for dust. The mirror of karma has no mercy for those who used love for gain. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. You may feel waves of sadness even now. That's not weakness, it's your soul releasing what doesn't belong anymore. The tears you shed are washing away the last traces of attachment to their darkness. My beloved child, stand firm. The angels are standing around you in quiet protection. The pain you feel tonight will be the strength you carry tomorrow. Every time you resisted calling them, you were passing a divine test. Each silent prayer you made when your heart broke was heard. Heaven has already scheduled the moment when justice will arrive at your door. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The The circle that betrayed you is falling apart internally. Distrust is spreading among them like wildfire. No one believes anyone anymore. Their alliances are breaking because deceit cannot stand on shaky ground. One of them, the main instigator, is facing serious consequences: financial, emotional, and spiritual. They'll soon realize they played with the wrong destiny. They touched a soul protected by divine authority. You may not see it yet, but your name is being cleared in conversations you'll never hear. People are beginning to sense the truth intuitively. Your energy no longer matches the lies that were told about you. One of the hardest lessons in life is realizing that chasing validation, approval, or temporary satisfaction often leaves people feeling emptier than they expected. Eventually, everyone reaches a moment of reflection where they must confront the consequences of their choices, their priorities, and the way they treated others along the way. But personal growth does not come from watching someone else struggle. It comes from learning how to move forward without carrying resentment everywhere you go. The healthiest kind of closure is the kind you create for yourself. It's found in peaceful mornings, healthier routines, supportive relationships, and the quiet confidence that develops when you stop reopening old wounds. As time passes, the things that once consumed your thoughts begin to fade into the background. You stop measuring your worth by past betrayals or disappointments and start focusing on the life you still have the power to build. That shift changes your energy completely. Instead of being weighed down by what happened, you become more grounded, more emotionally aware, and more protective of your peace. People who once overlooked your value may eventually recognize it, but your healing can't depend on their realization. Real freedom comes when your happiness no longer requires anyone else's apology, attention, or approval. The future becomes brighter when you stop reliving old pain and start trusting yourself again. Growth is not about pretending difficult moments never happened. It's about refusing to let those moments control your identity forever. And sometimes, the strongest thing a person can do is continue moving forward with kindness, wisdom, and a calm heart that no longer needs to fight for peace. And your strength will be the sermon they can't escape. Heaven has already assigned blessings to replace every loss you faced. A new person will enter your life, authentic, steady, and pure-hearted. They will love you not for profit, but for purpose. Your story is shifting again, from pain to divine partnership, from tears to triumph, from exposure to elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You've passed through betrayal and stood upright. You've been abandoned yet remained kind. You've been doubted but never stopped believing in love. That endurance is now attracting miracles without effort. The clouds are clearing, revealing paths that were hidden. Opportunities will come from unexpected directions. Every no you received was a redirection towards something higher. The ones who laughed at your downfall will soon watch your celebration. You will not gloat. Your peace will speak louder than revenge ever could. Your heart will be free, your spirit untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The cycle has ended. The energy of manipulation has been broken permanently. From this day forward, nothing connected to deceit will survive in your space. Your dreams will become clearer, your intuition sharper. You will feel heaven's confirmation in small daily moments. Numbers, songs, timing, and faces that appear when you need them most. Archangel Michael says, "You are restored, protected, and chosen for greater. The battle that once drained you has been won in silence. Now, the world will see the glory of your comeback. You are walking into your divine season, unstoppable, radiant, whole." Type Amen to get blessing 2323. The night is restless again. Something unseen is moving through the silence. The same energy that once whispered against you is now trembling in fear of being exposed. What was buried beneath lies is surfacing with the unstoppable force of truth. They feel it too. That cold wave of realization that the divine eye has turned toward them. Every secret chat, every hidden transaction, every manipulated word now glows under heaven's light. They are surrounded by the echoes of their own actions. The very person who once smiled confidently while deceiving you now avoids mirrors. Their reflection reminds them of what they lost. The mask they wore is cracking, and pieces of guilt fall every time they try to speak. The walls around them hum with unease. Even their closest allies are stepping back, sensing that exposure is near. No matter how they run, destiny has already cornered them. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. My beloved child, you may suddenly dream of their confession before it happens. Pay attention. Your spirit already knows the truth before your ears hear it. That is how heaven prepares gentle souls for heavy revelations. You will see signs, repeating times on clocks, whispers in music, strange alignments that tug at your awareness. These are confirmations that the unseen is working for you. Nothing accidental will reach your eyes. They will soon reach out, pretending to check on you, but their real motive will be to test if you already know. Remain steady in moments when emotions try to pull you into reactions you may later regret. Not every situation deserves an immediate response, and sometimes the strongest choice is to protect your peace instead of proving a point. Silence is not weakness when it comes from self-control and clarity. There are moments in life when people reveal themselves through their own actions without you needing to expose them or engage in conflict. The truth has a way of surfacing naturally over time, especially when confusion and dishonesty become too difficult to maintain. While others may become consumed with blame, fear, or tension, your focus should remain on your own emotional balance and growth. The energy you spend chasing explanations can often drain you more than the situation itself. Instead, allow yourself space to observe, reflect, and move with wisdom rather than impulse. Sometimes relationships become strained because people lose sight of honesty, accountability, and genuine connection. And eventually, those cracks begin to show on their own. You do not need to carry the burden of fixing every misunderstanding or defending your worth to those who fail to recognize it. Protecting your peace does not require anger or revenge. It requires patience, boundaries, and the confidence to let time reveal what words cannot. As clarity slowly replaces confusion, you may notice your mind becoming quieter and your emotions less heavy than before. The weight that once sat on your chest begins to loosen when you stop carrying responsibility for other people's choices. Healing often begins the moment you stop forcing answers and start trusting your ability to move forward with dignity, calmness, and self-respect. Even when closure arrives slowly and understanding takes time to fully unfold within your heart and mind, the places that once triggered pain will start to feel neutral again. That neutrality is healing. It means your spirit is no longer chained to what hurt you. You are being renewed, cell by cell, heartbeat by heartbeat. When sunrise comes, it will carry peace that cannot be stolen. Even your laughter will sound different, richer, freer, closer to truth. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. The world is beginning to favor you again. Doors that were locked will open without effort. Conversations will shift. Opportunities will find you. People who believe the rumors are realizing they were misled. They feel shame when they see your calmness. You are teaching them forgiveness without even speaking. My beloved child, your glow is now your protection. Every move you make is guided. Every delay you endured was heaven saving you from unseen traps. The coming weeks will reveal faces you never expected to see again. Some will seek closure, others will seek forgiveness. Only wisdom will decide who stays and who goes. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Meanwhile, the betrayer's heart grows heavier. They see you smiling online, and guilt twists inside them like a storm. Their world has lost color. Nothing tastes the same since you left. They try to distract themselves with noise, but silence finds them. Every quiet moment becomes a mirror of what they destroyed. Sleep avoids them because your memory whispers through their conscience. Their health begins to mirror their spirit, tired, restless, aching with remorse. What they traded for money has turned to dust in their hands. Heaven does not forget purity. Your kindness has become their lesson, your strength their reminder, your peace their punishment. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You will soon notice how effortlessly blessings start multiplying. Unexpected help, sudden progress, calm victories. It's not coincidence, it's restoration. Archangel Michael says, every loss was an exchange for higher truth. You didn't lose love, you gained discernment. You didn't lose time, you gained divine timing. People will wonder how you healed so completely. They won't understand that your spirit was rebuilt by light itself. You are no longer chasing what left. You are attracting what belongs. The next person who enters your life will carry honesty so pure that it feels like breathing fresh air after years underwater. Type Amen to get blessing 303. They will try one final attempt to contact you. A message written late at night, trembling with regret. Read it if you must. But remember, closure is not the same as return. Forgive silently, release gently, and keep walking. The universe rewards the one who chooses peace over pride. Your dignity is now your crown. My beloved child, you have completed the circle of pain. There is something deeply powerful about reaching the point where your future feels larger than your past. That is where transformation truly begins. You stop replaying the hurt, stop waiting for apologies that may never come, and start building a life that reflects the peace you fought hard to reclaim. The version of you emerging now carries experience instead of fear, confidence instead of self-doubt, and a deeper understanding of what deserves your energy. Real healing does not erase every scar, but it teaches you that scars are evidence of survival, not weakness. The people who once misunderstood your heart no longer define your direction, because your value was never dependent on their recognition. What matters now is the way you continue forward with honesty, compassion, and stronger boundaries than before. There will still be moments when memories return unexpectedly, but they will no longer control your emotions the way they once did. You have grown beyond the chapter that tried to break your spirit. The future waiting ahead is not built on revenge or proving anyone wrong. It is built on peace, self-respect, meaningful relationships, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you endured difficult things without losing your humanity. Let your next chapter be guided by truth instead of fear, and by hope instead of bitterness. The strongest comeback is not loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is simply a person learning to smile again, trust themselves again, and walk into a brighter future without carrying the weight of old pain on their shoulders anymore.